Good evening. Welcome, one and all, to the stream. Thank you for showing up. I'm looking forward to it. And as Din has pronounced, we have the goal eventually of seeing if we can entice Kim into lowering his standards enough to give our Harry a little kiss. But the mods are away this evening, by which I mean this is a solo endeavor. I have the home and the canine that dwells within it to myself. So apologies for any interruptions that may engender, but I am looking forward to getting back to it. We're going to be picking up in the dilapidated church with the lady who we probably need to apologize to for messing with her computer stuff. If all goes well, you've been following along, you'll know this game does not have a hurried pace. And so while hopefully we will inch ever closer to the conclusion of turning this into a Kim dating sim, hopefully our esteemed mods, by which I mean anything so's, will not fully miss it. Yes, this computer lady should let us play Fortnite. It should let us invent Fortnite on it, I suspect would have to be the case in this instance. So let's get on to it. Let's see if our transition to our other scene works correctly. Hey, there we are. There's my little bobbing baby boy, and here is our church. I did put the flashlight away so that I would not be shining it in this poor woman's eyes while we talk to her. And yeah, I think she's going to be annoyed with us, but I think that we shall, in fact, see what a conversation with her can turn out to be. It has turned out to take us a long time to, start getting around back toward the Whirling and Lena, and we still have some traps to investigate as well, so plenty on our plates. Let's get right to it in our silly, silly hat.
What is it?
Hello, Suna. The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. So let's see. I didn't break anything, did I? Hey, are you the lead programmer of the We're All Untethered? Of We're All Untethered by any chance? I believe that would be the sort of participatory fantasy radio game that we found in the doomed commercial district building, I guess. Doomed commercial building. And then, sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here? Let's show concern first. I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Does not look like a big loss to her. Hey, are you the lead programmer of the We're All Untethered by any chance? I keep putting an article in there. I'll learn one of these days.
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She thinks to herself.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
I would have liked to participate in We're All Untethered. Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
I like her. So, have you seen The Crab Man? Why are there so many machines in this place? What are you doing in an abandoned church? How do you feel about enotic dance music? Or, right, I'll leave you to work in peace now. Well, I don't see any reason not to get all our pestering out at once, so here we go. Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
So let's see. Why do you need an antenna? Point to it. What are you doing with your radio computer? What about those bowls of water over there? Right, I'll try to touch anything. Next question. Why do you need an antenna? Point to it.
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
RAIN Prefect, that's your radio computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
She sighs. She's stopped working now. I can say not really, I know a little, or I don't really know much about anything in this world, to be honest. I think she's going to be annoyed, but let's be honest.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
Wait, what's on air?
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region.
She's terrible at explaining things. I can relate.
It's all around us. That's what on air means.
She waves her hand. And the AR-1, is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable.
She stops to think.
But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
She turns back to her terminal.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
Oh, yay. Whether in a specific technical sense or not, we activated her, literal or figurative special interest here. Lovely. What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Oh, I'm really bad at both of those things, so apologies in advance. What about those bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my rain prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay?
She looks up.
Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Sure. Right, I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
She dwells back into the glowing terminal. Man, good use of dwell. Evocative. What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes. So I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions. You're occupying a public space. I need to know what you're doing here. Or there have been complaints from your neighbors. Well, let's just go with it's my job to ask questions. It's a little bit, I don't know, almost like avuncular. I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
She says, ready to stand her ground. I didn't say anything about throwing you out, lady. What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what?
Good success on logic there. Oh.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
That's what I remembered.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
She stares at the burnished antenna on a nearby table. A hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
There's something frantic about her as she locks her gaze with you, her eyes shining like pearls. Den, it would be kind of crazy if the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin did also exist in this world, but if it did, she does seem like the kind of person who might have read it, so she might have done. If there's anybody watching live or watching this on the VODs who has not heard of or checked out the 5th season, if you are into speculative fiction at all, it's worth a look. Give it at least a look into if that's your jam. Quite good. It's impossible to measure nothing.
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in your conversation, waiting for your answer. Uh-oh. I feel I feel a check we're probably gonna fail coming on.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Yeah, I kind of figured that it might be logic. Although, we're not so far off as I might have suspected. It's possible that if I did the right equipment, I could get to 12. Hold on a moment. Does it mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it? Or I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. Or, I don't know, I'm not here for some science. I just want to solve a murder so I can go home. I don't think you really want to go home, Harry. Even. Let's see. Hold on a moment. Does it mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it?
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
Oh, then you're probably right. I think he probably did mean Kim's home. Yeah. No, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I don't want to be dismissive, so I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
Thank you, Encyclopedia. Also, money. We're above 20 real now. Well said, Drask. You find it by the gaps it leaves behind in passing. We're recording sound through water. We're finding... it does occur to me that despite the relative idiocy of the electronic music people outside in the tent, the location of this church is, like, geographically in Martinez is kind of the only thing they've got going against them. If we can help, I've already forgotten her name, Suna here, complete her research, they will have an extremely vibey, acoustically interesting space with a silent bit, like, right in the middle. Can you imagine going to, like, an EDM club in, like, a stave church with a huge broken stained glass window and, like, half-finished esoteric carvings on the pillars, and it's, like, pounding, and then there's one spot where you can, like, stand or even maybe just pass through if they don't, like, market or advertise it or whatever, where everything just stops. And I guess a guy living in the rafters, like some sort of Phantom or, like, Quasimodo situation. Didn't really think about him in this, but I would go to that, and I don't really even like, dance clubs or, most types of electronic music. There's a few that I'm pretty into, but, not by the standards of people who are into them. That's the autism overstimulation recovery zone. I like that little cue to get in. Timer for how long you can stay. All right, let's let the conversation spool out.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual. Let's see. Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, but without much success.
Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Hell yeah, Inland Empire. Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
Ooh.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Thank you for chiming in, Kim.
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
I'm trying to imagine how weird architecture would have to be to interact with, like, what I assume would be AM radio if they're computing on it. I mean, I don't know. Higher frequency may be higher fidelity, but I know that lower frequency has longer range. Big question mark there, but, like, what if your acoustic design was somehow coincidentally just perfect to also deaden, like, the EM spectrum? him taking the role of archivist skeptic in this conversation. Yeah. as well he should, Drask, as well he should. This is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Okay. You said the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
She stops mid-sentence. What don't you have? I would really like to know. Maybe I could bring it to you. That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
I mean, we know that she's aware of the Crabman, but we can, see if she'll talk to us about him for just a moment. I have a feeling that she is going to fully just shut us down sooner or later, but we'll see. We've only been talking to her for like 16 minutes, I think. So, like, that's hardly even like a break in her workday, really. Besides which, it's after 5 p.m. She should, be hitting quitting time. Have you seen the Crabman?
Nope.
But you know he's around?
Yes.
Let's see. He's seen you. He must have seen you. It sounds like you're not worried about him at all.
No. You're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. Well, that's all we got there, I suppose. So let's see how she feels about anotic dance music.
What? I hate it.
She squints her eyes. What are you, 40? It's the future of dance music. Harry. Same here. It just doesn't connect here. Tap on your heart. Not like disco does, anyway. Or okay, wow, that was quick. Why do you hate it? Let's do the question here, I suppose. I do not want to antagonize her about not being cool. She doesn't seem like she'll care, and I don't think she's gonna like disco more. Okay, wow, that was quick. Why do you hate it?
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, but how do you feel about a club for anotic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build, then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A youth center would be nice. A petting zoo, a place for animals. Maybe some community space to help the elderly. Or I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for anotic dance music. They said it's their dream. I don't think any of these are right. But I think I'm gonna go with I don't know, 3 would be kind of funny. Okay, we've got an emphatic vote for zoo from Den. We can get Crypto Zoo. You know what? You're right. I wasn't thinking about the bits that we had established in, and yes, Drask, this is unsettlingly naive, even for a cop who's only got a couple of days of life experience under his belt. A petting zoo, a place for animals.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Lieutenant notes. Right, I'll leave you to work in peace now. Okay, let's see how our task has been updated. Tell Andre about Suna's thoughts on the nightclub. Yeah, I also feel like we had a check with them that we didn't do so great on. This menu is really tough to get to cooperate. Yeah, this godly logic check is I think the one that we're trying to get to figure out on our own, that they're not doing a dance club but something else. We'll see. Okay, we do have a thought going currently. And oh yeah, we're getting -1 logic from some kind of superstar. That's unfortunate. Given that we need logic a little bit lately. I don't think we have a lot that gives us logic. We've got this hat. And this jacket. And I think that between the two of them, we might be able to... Ooh, and these glasses. I think between those items, it won't help us too much with the check with Andre, but it might help us if we bother Suna again here for just a moment. We could maybe have something to say about how we measure things. It's a bit of a long shot, but we might try anyway. So anything, we got 2 logic from our hat, so we won't want to take that off. But everything else, let's logic up. And then we'll see. So this one would be a net loss on logic. Do these give us logic? Those give us encyclopedia. So the jacket gives us a logic. And then these glasses give us a logic. And now we're at logic +4. So, yeah, let's see if that helps.
Yes, what is it?
Hey, about that 2mm hole again. She doesn't look up from the keyboard.
The swallow, you mean? What about it?
She looks up, slightly irked. Let's see. I forget which one of these had that little check in it, and it might not give it to us again, but that's okay. I'm just checking. Do you have any idea where
Somewhere
it might be located?
underneath.
Strange things may
There's this place at the back.
The Pillar of Silence.
Maybe, but it's all I know. No, I
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands type in hundreds.
because it's just trial and error, trying to locate, and I don't have a. You know what?
Okay.
It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Okay.
Great.
So
Thanks.
we don't get another opportunity at that check. That's okay. And I believe we're done in here now. I kind of don't want to... I want to try and see if I can clear that godly logic check with Andre and them before I bring up how Sona feels about the club with them. But I'm going to do, prepare to do a little bit of light save scumming if I need to about it. I'm logicked up right now, so let's see if I can get anywhere.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I mean, it's an even chance. I could try it. Yeah. Let's try it, and then I can, see about unlocking it next time I invest in logic if it doesn't go well, and then it's a different conversational option if it's about the church. So maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze.
Nothing jumps out to you. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Really? Because I could swear something's not adding up here.
How about you get out and breathe? The air in the tent is
Ooh.
too thick for you to think clearly.
All right. Well, that cost us some health, but you know what? That's okay. We're not too far, actually, from going to bed, I think. So, all right, that's it for
Goodbye,
now.
officer.
Let's leave them to their music. And let me go ahead and go back to a slightly more kind of even build here. I feel like having taken off the horrific necktie was probably a good call, even though the game did tell us that, we were wrong to do so. Okay. Inspect the traps. So let's see. Yeah, I think that closest one is going to be by Morale. Though I don't remember that well how this place is laid out. It's a little confusing. The times. I think he's on the other side of this. I don't know that I can actually get there from up here. Can I? Yes, okay. I think we were looking for west of the Fell building there a moment ago, but that is okay. It won't take us too long. Time doesn't pass unless we're in conversation. Apologies if you hear some canine noises. Okay, they did leave. That did eventually happen. Oh boy. Just a moment. This is what I was talking about, being the caretaker. Be right back. All right, apologies for that. I tried to make good use of the time while the dog was taking care of business. Forgot to put on some music. I could have even just stayed in the rave tent and had a little bit of background music, but we are back now and back to the game. So yes, apologies for the unscheduled break, but such is the nature of solo pet care. All right, Let us check this trap while we're here and then see if we can find the other ones that aren't directly on our way back.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. But
Let's look around.
the reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake in the lazily falling rain. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
I like that it's responsive to whether you check it right then or after they've gone. That's fun and feels, I don't know, sophisticated. Let's reach for the trap.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
The lieutenant takes a note, more out of habit than duty. So let's keep going. The next one is the lucky one. How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself. Or, again, I want to make it absolutely clear that I don't really believe the phasmid exists, okay? Or say nothing, just put the trap down. Well, let's be a little flirty. How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
He smiles and raises his collar. It's windy. I mean, he makes a good point. All right. That's trap 2. Now, trap 3 is near the boathouses west of the Feld building. So we were east of the Feld building when we were doing the tent stuff. Here's the Feld building. Let's head west. Boathouses, I think. There's the trap. Not very far away from the other ones.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
Let's look around.
Behind you, a ruined residential building looms over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidentially, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain.
All right. Let's check the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
His face is red from the cold sea air. He crouches to catch his breath. Bummer it wasn't in here. You getting tired? Or one more time, I must stress that I did not expect a cryptozoological monstrosity to be in this trap. Or say nothing, just put the trap down. I think we can, in this case, say nothing. We don't have to tease Kim about getting, a little red-faced here. It's cold out. If I were in Kim's position, I would be complaining pretty hard. I can walk pretty much forever, but if you're rushing around, especially in the cold, my throat would be killing me. So, say nothing. Just put the trap down.
The lieutenant stretches his back.
All right. Now let's see about heading on out and back around to bother Joyce Messier and sort of, move on with our lives. Miss something in here, or is this just... Oh, it's locked. Gotcha. That makes sense. It's near the canal, it says, so probably back down this way, if I had to guess. There's the car. There's the trap. All right.
It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds.
Let's look around.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. Some tufts have been crushed. The broken stalks seem like a rebuke. the sound of the city hums in the east. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Aptly named in this case, aren't you, Shivers? No. Reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Look closer.
No locust.
Oh.
No phasmid either. But still.
Immediately yell, "It's empty," or "Look closer still." I mean, let's look closer still.
Well, debate worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
The lieutenant studies the trap with you. So, but what if it was the phasmid? What if it ate them and got out? Or, yeah, it probably wasn't the phasmid, but still, Morel needs to know. Or, you're right, but I still need to tell the cryptozoologists about this. Or, you're right, the crypto research has been stupid. Let's be a little nicer to Morel. Yeah, it probably wasn't the phasmid, but still, Morel needs to know.
We did sort of promise to tell them, didn't we?
He seems to regret the fact. All right. Orb. Ahead. Decades old concrete defenses. Children play on them now. All right. Yeah, so return to morale and the whirling with the news. Ooh, and of course we're taking the stuffed bird to Gart. Okay. Yes, indeed. Oh, did I check down here before? I must have. I think I did. Yeah, also locked. A lot of locked things, and I'm not very good at pinning down and recording like where they are. Okay. So we could afford to buy our karaoke tape thing. Here it is. We have a possible sad song on tape. Yeah. We've got enough going on. I may need the money for something else. When I'm ready to sing karaoke, I'll go back to Roy's. Let us see if we have the information on the serial number, because we didn't this morning.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
41st, Sylvie. Need to report a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment.
You can hear her shuffling through some papers.
Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
An unidentified middle-aged man, height 170 to 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk, and hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
No, it does seem like it was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary.
She repeats.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found a library card from his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
Oh, oops. I didn't realize I needed to examine it. I haven't examined it yet.
You can hear her sigh, audibly, on the other side.
Sorry, I didn't realize I needed to.
So unprofessional of you. Pity.
My inclination is actually to quick load and remember to do it. This is embarrassing me in the real world as somebody playing a video game in public.
Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
It doesn't seem like it's going to matter incredibly much. The impulse is more born out of self-consciousness to reload, so I will take my lumps here. Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
And don't the radio call for now.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin,
And we're done with the car as well. Oh, boy. That's, folded library card. There it is. Library card found in the pocket of a dead man on the Martinez boardwalk. It's still slightly damp to the touch. The cover bears the stamp of the Jamrock Public Library. Let's go ahead and do that before I forget again.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased or his family member.
Let's start by looking at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
We'll have to do it tomorrow as it's already after 1800, but good to know. Let's have a look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned.
More adventures and interesting pronunciation from this game. Theobald is not how I would pronounce this name, especially in a setting that has a whole lot of like French derivation and French accent in it. I'm not an expert, but I would have probably gone Thibault.
Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
All right. We will report on that next time. We've got the information from the library card. We've also got the library to call, which might be a good idea first. So, we'll do both of those at the same time next in-game day. Yeah, so call the library, get information. Okay. Let us go show our credentials to Joyce. Oh, right. We've also got the conceptualization wall if we want to give that another try. I don't know if it's unlocked or not just yet, but... Hello, Joyce. Let's see that we've got everything we would want here. Logic, visual calculus. We might swap this out. The shirt bit. Facing drama, encyclopedia. So let's see. Shirts wise, we've got physical instrument, drama, rhetoric. I mean, volition isn't helping us. Or volition is helping us. Pain threshold, probably not so much. But I don't see anything immediately more useful. So, all right, good enough. Let's talk to Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
She pats her wet raincoat and looks at the ripples on the water's surface. I could use a coat like that. The rain is freezing.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy.
It's rabid. Probably not Drask. We have more dog noises. She's so mad that people have the gall to use the sidewalks. All right. I am thinking too now of a episode of Mythbusters from back in the day where there was like a viral video of somebody using hydrophobic tennis shoes and like a rapid run up to like walk briefly on the surface of a pond. And I mean, it was faked. It was just using something a little bit below the surface. But you know, did get to watch them demonstrate the hydrophobic material and then immediately get soaking wet trying to recreate the video. All right. In addition to the dog noise, I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to adjust my mic arm just a little bit. So apologies for that sound, if indeed it makes one. Okay.
What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
She gives the material another pat. You say it's not, but I see that coat foaming at the mouth. I mean, I guess it could be. I don't think that rabies affects yeah, I don't know enough about rabies, I guess, but I think you have to be alive. I think. Hey, about my missing badge again.
I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
Ooh, interesting. We actually have a really high suggestion, but you'll never guess what I found. My badge. Show her your badge.
Did you? Wonderful.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, the faded green pearls of her eyes scanning left to right.
Quickly, methodically, like an electric printing machine.
It is a relief to see a W freighter here. The situation is precarious, to say the least. It needs a quick solution, or we will have a bloodbath on our hands.
Well, that is a lot more urgency than I have seen from most people involving this case thus far. Let's see. Said contain the situation?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Yeah, I imagine it would be, Kim. I imagine it would be.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
I don't know if I'll get to ask both of these. A momentary lapse of faith.
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
I figured, given the dead guy's armor and whatnot, that something like this was coming, but yeah, oh, there's a strike. Time to send in the Turbo Pinkertons. I mean, actually, I guess this is less sending in the Pinkertons and more like, I don't know, getting a small detachment from Blackwater. Great idea, guys.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
You may be giving them too much credit.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Cool. Good.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Jesus wept. Okay, so you've made a mess here. I have to say, this is not disco. Maybe the investigations can team up, share resources and intelligence. I don't like that idea. Also, I am wearing one of the dead guy's armor pieces, so I imagine his mercenary compatriots would not be especially thrilled about this. And boy, oh boy, is that not good. I mean, I'm kind of leaning toward 4, honestly. It's a little bit, like, flippant, but... Sheesh. I mean, 1 is very businesslike, but, it does seem consistent with Joyce's character that she would have preferred these guys not be brought in at all, and has, if maybe not as little control over them as she would represent, it doesn't seem like she has a lot of control over them. Sheesh, man. Boy, oh boy, is that not good.
It's not good, no. My only hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put...
A wave crashes against the side of her boat. She grabs hold of the mainsail.
If you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Uh-huh.
They would have to project strength and power.
Thank you, Authority.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
She leans back.
The Seraï's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
This is one of my annoying pedantries. To decimate a hive of 2,000 or 20,000 bees would be to kill 2,000 of them, which seems low for the rate quoted there. Yeah, reduce by 10%, not reduce to 10%. And I think most of the time people use it, as in this case, to mean something like devastate or destroy, because it does sound, in sort of an English sonic palette, very dire, right? It has force behind it. But yeah, I think, devastate or destroy, or even depopulate would all be DE words that you could use. Yeah, as Drask says, it was a Roman military punishment for when people didn't narc. Yeah, I'm trying to remember which Total War game it was that allowed you to decimate your units in order to restore morale, which I always thought was a little weird. Yeah, line up the soldiers and kill every 10th guy. Indeed.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
She is silent for a moment, then concludes. And yeah, murderation will continue until morale improves. Yeah, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, because it has been a minute, Drask, that the idea was that it did not improve morale in a literal sense, but that it dampened mutinous sentiment. So it was a way of trading headcount for not having your army go rogue on you, which is a morale mechanic, even if it's not literally making people feel better about being in that army. Den had the decimate definition impressed upon them for coffee shop purposes, which is evocative. Let's see. So I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first. Well, I mean, Harry, if you've been paying attention, isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? Or I think the confrontation is inevitable. I mean, I do think that asking a question here is the most useful thing. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois.
She looks at you, eyes damp from the wind.
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Okay. And hey, we leveled up. All right, and we have other things we can now ask following up. Let's see. I mean, I don't see a reason not to go in order. What can you tell me about Cornell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Oof. Oh, yeah, Den, I think it didn't even give me like a moderate option there. I think it just automatically edits out if there's links. Yeah, available on Thirstpunks. Yeah, thirstpunks.com. In any case, okay. Anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
She thinks.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
She thinks.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is charged with coordinating law enforcement activities in complex multinational investigations. Their database is the single largest source of information in the world.
Nice. And also, to Montreal.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
The insane clown posse's got a crime tracking database. I mean, anything is possible in this world, Drask. I have a feeling it would not be an extra specially helpful database in this context if it was indeed run by the ICP, but I've been surprised before. Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Oh, telling my doggy to settle down, settle down. I know people are out for their evening walks, but you have to settle. Okay. You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on, then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You meet her soon enough, you feel.
All right. This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color? The deceased's.
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret in her voice.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He says to you, then turns back to Joyce.
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
She nods. Where are the remaining two mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
She puts her foot on the guard wire for balance.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
So we could say Vigilantes. The RCM gets its authority from the Coalition. Where does theirs come from? Or we still need to know where they are. Or we'll confront them directly. Or, okay, we'll still steer clear of them for the moment. I mean, I like voicing the indignation. I don't think she's going to disagree, but, you know. Vigilantes. The RCM gets its authority from the Coalition. Where does theirs come from?
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down.
I mean, you're probably correct. We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
I'll roll my eyes a bit. Hey, let's see. Where are these mercenaries? We got scab leader, murder, bad reply, closed it and fit right. And we'll secure them for a moment. Okay, so this is a pretty good chance. I mean, I think it's almost as high as it can get. Yeah, pretty close anyway. So, here goes.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and voice that. We'll see. One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
She is poised and unperturbed.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Remember when she identified as an ultra-liberal? You know, what would my bosses say if I tried to stop what I think is going to be a bloodbath resulting in the deaths of like 2,000 people? Jesus.
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
Well said, Kim. I had other questions for you.
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay. Yeah, then she's got to pay yacht fees.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Well, I suppose that's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Well, now can you tell me about these tattoos? Show her the photo.
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
I will not, but you can make the request, I suppose. She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
That's to my dog, not to Kim, or to Joyce for that matter. Stay quiet. Observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She breaks her concentration and points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms in a pattern, or say nothing? Like blooms in a pattern?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
So let's see. What is the use of this map? What travels did the dead man make? Who could tell me more? All right. Well, so what is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Oh, astral projection.
Where is he now?
This one is going nowhere but the morgue. I have spoken to him. For now, the soul is fastened inside his corpse, or this one has flown quite far by now, or nowhere. There is no soul. Oh, thank you, Inland Empire, for letting me be weird. Let's see. This one is going nowhere but the morgue.
The times have changed.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
She points to it on the photo.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Islary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside there is a siren, distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
Let's see. So this is me deciding about a task here. Also, this thing where I'm gaining money for encyclopedia successes has already made us like 10 or 12 real today. Really lucrative. I am really digging it. So I need the information, mark it down, ask the mercs about the tattoos, or you're right, not a good idea. I mean, I think probably that's correct, that it is dangerous and we could search elsewhere. If I say I need the information and mark it down to ask the mercs about the tattoos, I don't know that that means that I need to, but the fact that it's giving me this sort of option makes me a little leery about being, as you sometimes are in this game, like locked into courses of action. Yeah, I think in this case that I'm gonna choose discretion. You're right, not a good idea. Leave it off the schedule.
I am relieved you think so. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security.
All right, that's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help. And then,
Is there anything else I can help you with?
she hands you back your photo. Hopefully, I will be able to, find some other information about it. Let's see. I think I'm probably good for now, so thank you. That's all for now. We do have 2 skill points presently. And we have... I don't know. I guess unlock to check. This also means that we could start on Wasteland of Reality. The -2 to physical instrument is daunting. But I think starting on it sooner rather than later makes sense. So let's go ahead and unlock this and internalize the thought. I've already read this last time, but I might as well read it again now that we're internalizing it. Wasteland of Reality. It has been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic and that it's a sickness and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit? And so yeah, for the better part of a full day, it's going to give us issues, but let's go ahead and get started sooner than later. Whew, physical instrument not high to begin with, so let's try to avoid doing physical tasks. And we only have 44 minutes left on our Fairweather T500, so, you know, that's good. Okay. You know, with the dog interruptions, have done a little bit more here. Tomorrow's main goal being pole vaulting. Den, don't jinx us like that. But I'm going to take a quick bio break and be right back after I've gotten some water and such. And then we'll get, into wrapping up this, calendar day. We'll, go talk to Morel and whatnot. But that'll be for when I return. I'll go for another hour and a half, depending on canine interruptions. She is laying down now, so I think hopefully for the next couple of minutes at least, not so much. But in the meantime, I'll throw on a little bit of soundtrack and be back in just a few. All right, I have returned. Thank you for waiting, and apologies for the semi-frequent breaks. You know, going solo kind of has that implicit effect, I think. But now, right back to it here. We have a couple hours left before most people start going to bed. We can see what all we can get up to. I think this is locked as well, but just double checking that we... let's conceptualization up and see if this is unlocked or if that was just kind of a UI artifact. Doesn't hurt to try, I don't think. Conceptualization. Some conceptualization. Man, we look... I'm going to go with fly. It's not the right word, but it's the word I'm going to use. Let's see. Nothing taken away from our conceptualization. Excellent. Ooh, hey.
Why does art inspire you so much?
Love that you can never tell until you click whether an orb is going to be just a little popover or your mind talking to you. Why does art inspire you so much? It does, yes. But what is art? No, art is for arrogant blowhards. Why am I getting this? Okay. Well, let's be highfalutin. It does, yes. But what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment.
Yeah. Are we art? Is art art? The podcast's very own Drew had a perspective on the what is art question shortly after we got to know one another that I like quite a bit, because he likes to say there's a period of his life where he had the what is art conversation more frequently than he had a hot meals. So anything that you ask, what is art about? Is it art about? The answer is yes. And the more interesting question is it good art or bad art? And why do you think so? But that, of course, is, less, highfalutin, I suppose. And so, honestly, this answer that conceptualization gives is, somewhat uselessly broad, but reasonably concise and, not terribly off the mark.
In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Dan admits to quoting Saved by the Bell. I think I have probably seen in total 20 minutes of Saved by the Bell in my life, so I was definitely not going to catch it, but also well deployed. Kudos on finding the right quote for the moment. Would I fit into the art world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? To be honest, you have the exact features of the modern artist, with that wild hair and those clothes. Perhaps you should try to write poetry someday and critique architecture.
So, hold on, is architecture also art? I think manifestly yes. Has some additional considerations too. But, and then I guess I have been feeling critical lately. Or that's stupid. Architecture is stupid. I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Oh no, not art cop. So let's see, wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that? Or, okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it. Or, no, I cannot risk another capo diversion at this point. Go away. I think we can use as many diversions as possible. But let's go ahead and ask the obvious question. Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Being dressed down by our conceptualization. That Harry is camp, so saith Drask, and you know what? Good point. Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Marvelous question mark? Actual art degree. Gives you a -1 to perception for 90 minutes. Can't even look at this shit. Yeah, it's another capo type. The worst one. The most savage and brutal. The art cop. Nothing is good enough for him. Everything is shit. You have to employ an armada of adjectives to depict and demean the mediocrity of the works and visual institutions around you. Really flex that critical muscle until the vocabulary for punishing mediocrity becomes second nature. Here we go. That is very amusing. I will not use my last skill point to open it up right this instant, but, you know, it'll be there when we're ready for it. Now, what I was actually here to do was see if this check had been unlocked or not.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Conceptualization. Why am I looking at this wall? So, +2, in the dimming light, some things become clearer. Oh, that's fun! Looking at it at a certain time of day. You have a keen aesthetic sensibility, and Cindy's artistic impulses are infectious. So this is pretty good, right? Even where before I think was 3%. So yeah, why am I looking at this wall?
Because
Hey!
you see it, finally. This wall is sublime. Look at it. The shadows, the colors.
Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain. Yeah, that's how it works.
All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God.
More.
O Wall Father.
Sorry, Wallfather got me. So, Kim, I must paint this wall, add even more beauty to it. Or, no, there is nothing to add to perfection. Both of these are very funny. I mean, I want to go with one because, you know, it gives us a task to which we are definitely ill-suited, but I do also like the vibe of 2. This wall is perfect and it must remain untouched. 10, because after all, it's my wonder wall. I should have seen it coming. Okay. If we're going to be art cop, we have to have the hubris of, you know, a neophyte art critic with no background in any field. Kim, I must paint this wall, add even more beauty to it.
Huh?
Best possible Kim response to this, honestly.
He sounds tired of it all.
Yeah, I bet.
You already have the heavy fuel oil to use as paint. It's red. And Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush. This is on.
So, first, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty. Or, I already have the paint. Just need to get us a paintbrush from Cindy the Skull. Kim not keeping up with our hyperfixation jumping. Kim, sure, bud. Yep. This is very much the position that we've put him into. So, I think let's further befuddle poor Kim. First, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Lieutenant looks at the wall reluctantly, then back at you. I already have the paint. Just need to get a paintbrush from Cindy. The skull.
If you must.
He sighs, then adds in a resigned tone. Oh, good game. All right. Well, Cindy the Skull is right here. Let's see what she has to say about this. Oh, more canine noises. Alright, I think it makes sense to go up there if we want to borrow a paintbrush. Let's, be present for it. Oh boy, she's gotten mad at something. Alright. Just a moment. I'm going to mute myself here. Okay. Very brief little aside there. I have attempted to occlude the canine's view of the street, and hopefully that will help. Let's see. Cindy, got a paintbrush?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Let's start with the paintbrush, and then we can get to the armor. Cindy, I'm going to need your paintbrush.
What for?
Doing renovations, boring but necessary. For my motor carriage, we're going undercover. The apocalypse is coming. I need to warn people, or for art. It's for art, okay? I do really like that one. For art. It's for art, okay?
Well, if it's for art, but what kind of art are we talking about?
To be honest, I haven't really thought of anything yet, but I'm sure I will. Or everything is sad and shit, and we need to make it okay. We need art to make it okay. Just give me the brush. Or grand art. Art deluxe. The artsiest. The most groundbreaking. The... Your eyes narrow to slits. I do like making Harry just very sort of desperate in these situations. Everything is sad and shit, and we need art to make it okay. Just give me the brush. This is very funny, following immediately on the heels of us learning that there is, like, a minor civil war brewing, at least according to Joyce, if we can't, like, close this case in a satisfying way for the mercenaries. But, here goes.
Sounds like you're just about to live out your self-pity, not make a statement. I can't have shit art on my conscience.
I have a feeling that was going to be your response to basically anything that we said. So cool. No brush then. Not a problem. Or you'll see. You will all see and tremble. Or to crush a man's dreams like that. I hope you're happy. I kind of want to do the brittle. Cool. No brush then. Not a problem.
You're about to cry internally, aren't you, Piggy? Oh, pathetic. Just give up. Art isn't for you.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, no, not internally. Den is correct. This red check for 3%. Attempt to explain your artistic intentions. We'll see if we can't bump that up somehow a little later. So you won't talk about the murder, but maybe you can tell us something about the murder victim's missing armor?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art for the body? Or come on, Cindy, just help me out here. Fashion. You're talking about fashion at this first one. Come on, Cindy, just help me out here.
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell.
I love that.
Could that girl have been little Lily? It's not a bad place to start.
I know a little girl in the village, little Lily.
Could have been her. Small kid with giant white armored hands. If you've seen one of them, you've seen them all.
Well, that's fun, and I will try to follow up with little Lily and hold off on the conceptualization challenge until I think I can probably, maybe, kind of, sort of pass it. Catch you later, Cindy. All right. Guess we do have Morale to talk to. Oh, hey, look, a new orb. Waves crashing in the darkness. All right. We should, probably head to the whirling. We've got a bird to give to Gart, and we need to report in with Morale and hopefully make Lena happy. I guess we also now have the password for the radio computer in the doomed commercial building, I think. I mean, maybe it's not the same, but it could be. All right. Well, let's start here. Right. Those are the other cops. There's like quite a few people in here at the moment, so presumably it'll take us a minute to do all that we can do. I'm practically a shrink minus the diploma. I studied law for an unconfirmed sighting. It's just a story. Mass radio can't be trusted. They're all just mouthpieces. I'll zoom in a little bit here. Okay. I guess let's start by reporting to Morale, and then we'll talk to Lena. How can a bar be out of vermouth? How indeed. Also, let's double check our gear. I guess shirts wise we're probably doing about as well as we can. Glasses wise, oh, more dog noise. Apologies for that. She must hear something because I made pretty sure she can't see anything. Good night. All right, I think I'm pretty pleased with our fit for now. Hi, Morale.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk to her.
Oh, okay. We gotta talk to her first. He grins, bowing awkwardly, and yeah, the dog is also upset about the vermouth situation here at the whirling. Makes as much sense as anything. Hi, Lena.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am. It was a truly epic long-distance trek. is just on my way while I was working the case, or I'm basically also a cryptozoologist now. Yeah, it was just on my way while I was working the case. More or less true.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie. Mexican origin. The pin is an antique. Quite special.
She hands you a thin ribbon held together by a silver bird skull.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
Ooh, that's fun.
You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I do just also continue to like getting money for Encyclopedia. Let's see. You never told me you've seen the phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
I mean, I did just bring it up for a reason, though.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
I do like Morel, the supportive husband, and yeah, Den, I also want to get money for thinking.
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant readies his familiar notebook.
Oh, Kim can't help himself.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, where was this and how old were you? Or what happened? I mean, let's let her tell her story. I don't want to derail it. What happened?
I looked up, and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I'd never seen anything like it. The reeds turned into a creature.
She shakes her head.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
She brushes her hair back.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
It sounded like reeds, did it?
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing.
He breathes excitedly.
If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
He looks at her with admiration, forgetting a wide smile on his face. Let's see. You were on a date?
Our first, yes.
The old woman looks at her husband tenderly.
The glance is tender, yes, but tempered by something else. A thought she can't express, even to him. Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Its limbs are white?
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
So we can ask her if she imagined it, we can ask him what he thinks, or we can thank them. I guess asking Kim what he thinks is kind of fun. I feel like asking her if she imagined it, I don't know, like, it's not hostile, but, like, I mean, I think I know what she's going to say. Kim, what do you think of this?
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
I mean, yeah, honestly, relatively reasonable type of thing to have happen. Thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere.
I'd really like to hear more about, hear about more cryptids.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
Yes, Kim, get into the spirit of the thing. And yeah, Den, she wouldn't admit it in front of her husband anyway. It's entirely possible that she is just like, hey, I have this story I believed when I was a kid, and I bet it would interest my husband, and the date scenario, this guy that I'm into. I mean, and what really would be the problem?
Of course, officers. Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in learning about?
She smiles politely. Is this bird a cryptid? Point to the tie she gave you.
No. It's the cryptid.
Wow. The cryptid? Her eyes narrow mysteriously.
Oh, yes.
The small silvery skull shines between your fingers, its beak sharp. Okay, what is this bird?
The eight-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters. It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said. Until...
11.5 meters is a lot.
Mutation? All of evolution is a mutation.
The man scoffs. Until
it was cited by renowned Gotvaldian explorer and naturalist Uwe Plattenkalk in 21.
This renown seems a bit dubious. Your own catalogue comes up completely empty. But, of course, you are not all-knowing.
True, but realizing that I'm not all-knowing did give me another 2 reals, so heck yeah. Yeah, I was gonna estimate 40, Den, so 38.4 feet is... I'm happy with my ballparking skills there. It's like, you know, what, longer than some American school buses, depending on how they're constructed. I need to hear about this sighting.
It happened on a botanical expedition into the vast and unexplored Oamrau Canyon in southeast Ilmara. Dr. Plattenkalk got separated from his group during a sandstorm.
Okay, and Wamrau is...
The world's largest canyon system, sweetie. It's a barren waste east of the Erg Desert. An ancient riverbed completely dried up.
Erg. I like that rolled R. What happened?
Alone in the blasted desert heat, the doctor wandered eastward, where man hasn't stepped foot in over 1,000 years, since the fall of Pericarnassus. He was lost, without any navigation equipment and desperately low on water. After a day or two, he noticed a bird high in the noon sky. A great blackbird, it seemed gargantuan. Every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon. But by the time Uwe got there, the Teratorn had taken off already, and the carcass was picked clean. This happened many times.
He was following it?
Yes, or rather, hunting. A bird that big has a lot of blood in it, and he was dying of thirst. For many days, Dr. Plottenkalk followed the Teratorn until they reached a great canyon wall where the bird finally landed to rest. The professor climbed up there with a rock in his hand. He found the bird sleeping with his head tucked under its wing, a great black pile of feathers on the perch. So he approached, slowly squeezing the rock in his fist. Then the Teratorn suddenly looked at him. He could see it had 8 eyes, 4 on either side of its skull, like a spider. And the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed, frozen into place with the rock in his hand. Whatever he did, he could not get closer to the bird.
Why?
The bird was controlling his mind.
Oh.
It kept him from approaching. He could step back, but every time he stepped forward, paralysis. Uwe spent 3 days trying until the bird flew away.
You know, in this story, he's hunting the bird for its blood to use as hydration. And he follows it for many days, then climbs up to its nest on the side of a cliff, and then spends 3 days trying to approach it and kill it. My understanding is that if you have 0 water for 3 days, that's like a fatal situation. Like, you are in dire straits. So, yeah, hold on, how did he survive to tell the story? So we can say an 8-eyed mind-controlling bird, fuck yes, an 8-eyed mind-controlling bird, come on, or an 8-eyed mind-controlling bird, no way. But hold on, how did he survive to tell the story?
The 8-eyed Teratorn was indifferent to him, as long as he didn't get closer than 2 steps. It even let him feed on some carcasses up there, and the 2 unfertilized eggs it left behind.
Okay. I like that we have a tie, like, pin of this, regardless of everything else. I mean, my genuine reaction is an 8-eyed mind-controlling bird, fuck yes, but not because I think it's real, just I think it's metal. Yeah, an 8-eyed mind-controlling bird, fuck yes. Yeah, 10, hallucination, dehydration, coma, dream. A lot of things it could be, including just a story that you came up with while vultures were waiting for you to die.
Absolutely, sweetie. Cryptozoologists have been tracing it ever since, but Wamrao is vast, mysterious, and holds many secrets.
She smiles, glad you agree.
Modern radar telemetry shows great promise. We will confirm this one by the end of the decade, latest.
This one I liked. Not only does it have 8 eyes, and is a living fossil, and the largest bird ever to live, it also does mind control.
The lieutenant puts down his notes. I'm glad you're getting to the spirit of things, Kim.
He's sincere. He likes the audacity of it.
So that was the last anyone ever saw of it?
Sadly, yes. But there are numerous reports of 8-eyed bird skulls from Il Mara. And then there's the striking resemblance to the Pericarnassian imperial eagle, an ancient heraldic symbol that is hard to pass off as coincidence. The imperial eagle, too, had 8 eyes.
I have a feeling this one probably goes the other way.
Not really. It's just stylization. The way they drew eyes. It's not a zoological drawing.
Yeah.
Very, very hard.
This one's very famous. Everyone knows it. People will be looking at that tie on you and thinking that man is into cryptids. So, what else do you want to know?
She winks. I love this character being in this game and just being available to talk to you about cryptids. And yes, exactly, Din. Biblically accurate eagle. Let's go. I'm sorry about my mic stand noises. I just kind of bumped into it there. Let's see. What's the tiniest cryptid?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
Did I promise that? The lieutenant leans in. But Kim, don't you want to hear about another cryptid? Right, okay, we can move on for now. It'd be dishonorable to renege on the promise, and we respect Kim.
He nods approvingly.
That's all for now, ma'am. Okay, let's see if we can tell Morel about his traps. Oh, wait, we gotta look at our tie. Heck yeah. +1 to Inland Empire from Octuple Vision, and +1 to Volition from Cryptid's Protection. A slender bolo tie. A bolo tie! Held together by an antique clasp in the shape of a bird's skull. The skull features 8 cavities for eyes. It's disturbing, but you can't look away. I do like having excess drama from our bow tie, but I mean, come on. Cryptid cop. All right, let's see.
Nothing like the gratitude of a good woman. Now then, what can I do for you?
Gives you a gruff pat on the shoulder.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
So I checked all the traps.
Good. Okay. And?
He breaks his calm. And one of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Yes. There was nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
He rubs his chin.
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
The old woman's face lights up.
Of course, more clever.
The detective whispers to himself.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
Gary. Yes, that's exactly what this is. What a deft hunter, this phasmid. Or, I don't know, I'm not persuaded. I mean, in this case, I think having a little bit of doubt is not, crushing. I don't know. I'm not persuaded.
Why don't you try convincing Morel his hypothesis is invalid?
He scowls. We need to get our friend away from her husband and his fashy friend. I mean, yeah, then that would... I think we'd have a more interesting conversation.
Thank you for the vote of no confidence, Gary. An officer. I appreciate your concern, but please leave this to the experts. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture.
I mean, yeah, Dan, good point. She should be away from Fash, as should we all.
Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
His accent on that French phrase. Oh boy. But yeah, level up.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
Good question, Inland Empire.
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
He says to you with a straight face and then turns, or says with a straight face and then turns to you.
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently.
I do not know why +2 for Kuno's a hooligan, but I do want to try developing an alternative theory about the missing locusts. I am going to ask him about Gary and the armor first, though. Did you know Gary was hiding the armor?
Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
Thanks.
The man mutters in the distance. He doesn't dare say more.
He's still glad his friend stood up for him.
All right. Yeah, let's try us a white check here. Develop an alternative theory about the missing locusts.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too.
Oh, now I understand why Kuno is relevant.
You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
I really don't want to talk to him again, but okay. I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the locusts.
A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bags?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
A shadow of worry passes over the woman's face. Yeah, what indeed would a child want with bugs? Yeah. Well summarized, Drask. I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if anything comes up.
Delinquents. My favorite.
It doesn't sound like it's really his favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
The man turns to his companion.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking forward to it, but I probably should just check in.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
The woman's voice is a little shaky suddenly.
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs.
He looks at his tea.
Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologize, Gary. You've been more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
The first man to break formation is always a blow to leadership. This is bigger than he lets on.
Yeah. Trask, yeah, he says, having only vaguely grown out of that theft of bugs, at least. Yeah, good point. I'll get going. All right. Let's see.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
Good lord, dude. Okay, well, we don't really have anything we desperately need to talk to him about, so I think we've gotten everything we need. Thank you for your cooperation. Thought. Oh, yeah.
Fairweather T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, So are the armor pieces on you.
And we get a +2 to hand-eye coordination against enemies in FT500 armor. So I guess if we end up in a doomed shootout with the mercenaries that are the actual, like, A-plot stakes ticking clock that we've discovered this particular stream session, then we'll have a slightly better chance at it. Yeesh. I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad we did that one. And yeah, we're barely anywhere into Wasteland of Reality. Actual art degree will penalize our perception, but not for too long. And we do have an extra point, so let's go ahead and unlock to grab that as well. Let's internalize our actual art degree. Ta-da! We have a lot more thoughts that could come up here than we seem to have additional thought cabinet slots, so... I mean, we're not going to get all of these because we're not doing all of the things, but, you know, just preparing myself to be heartbroken having to, you know, pick which thoughts are my favorites. Missing insects case. Ask Kuno about the empty trap, then take a look around the yard. Find out the real reason why the trap was empty. Local kids might know. And, of course... Inspect the traps is done, and we've got a level up as well. All right. Let's give Gart his bird, huh?
Can I help you?
Gart, I found a new bird for the whirling. Give him the ruffed grouse.
What is this thing?
The man takes the stuffed bird. It's no biggie. I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy.
He inspects the bird somewhat suspiciously, then mellows.
I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
He hesitates.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
Yeah, ha ha ha.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
The lieutenant nods.
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
Yee. Goodbye. And, of course, job done. Experience gained. Well, all right, let's see. It's 8:30. Let's, see if our smoker friend has anything to say. Oh, I missed where Den said sick Kuno on him. Oh, can you imagine?
Hi again, Gendarme.
Oh, right. We need some more composure. What is it about the way he carries himself? Yeah, so not right this instant.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
And then we've got our other cops here. I don't think we have too much else to say to them, but let's
Again?
try.
I can't believe this shit.
He shakes his head, looking like he really is having trouble believing this shit. Let's talk about the Hanged Man again.
Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time.
I don't know what you're doing. You're just sitting in a cafeteria. Okay, I'm doing this investigation. A man is hanged.
So, do you know who hanged him?
Not yet.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hey, why am I even telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you?
He gives you an odd look.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Yeah, to you, rude boy. Yeah, I don't have anything specific. So, okay then, see you around. And...
Yes? What is it?
Let's see. You have a blue uniform and mine is black. What does this mean?
It means I'm a patrol officer, sir.
She seems confused for a moment. You're the police, right? Cool. So am I.
I don't know what to say.
She looks around.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Wait, is he police?
Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
Okay.
Logic's just gonna go with that one. What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
You?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Say nothing, I guess.
I just want to do my job, that's all.
She says quietly and looks away.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two is making her uncomfortable.
All right. Well, I mean, we learned something, so okay, goodbye. All right. Have I spoken to this man? Is there anything to speak to this man about? It's all about the money, you know. Okay. Oh. Tin can't believe our ex is making things weird just because we're with Kim now. I can't even begin with that angle, but yeah. Let's go cash in our tear.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Insert our bottles.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Heck yeah. All right. So I know that our suspected mercenary is right here, but I feel like I don't want to try and force that issue right this instant, given that I have 1 health and no way to recover it. You know, if he punches me in the stomach, I'm just gonna die. I guess we can try and talk to Kuno. Hey Kuno, do you know anything about some locusts?
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Good night. That's right, he can sell us some decent pants that we kind of have money for now, but, you know, we'll see what else we can buy. Or maybe we can sell, buy them from him as a way of making him open up if he shuts down. Let's see. Oh, see, Den, I think I was misinterpreting your thing. As saying that they mean that was the impression they got, that it's the guy who was or is supposed to normally be our cop partner, but we were like, no, we work alone, and then met Kim. Was immediately we were like, we work with Kim. Yeah, I feel like that could be the case. Yeah, I just didn't follow. Was distracted enough, but yeah, no, that could be what's going on there. And I guess if we annoy him enough, we might find out for sure. You wouldn't happen to know anything about any missing locusts?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Good catch, Rhetoric.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
The little one seems distraught.
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
Under no circumstances do you gotta hand it to Kuno S, but That's a pretty sick burn.
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
So we can say, what's this about? Or, now hold on, no one is lame here. Just tell me what happened. Or, you kids are in trouble. What's this about?
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not going to say anything without his lawyer present.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
So yeah, Trask, she's not wrong there. Yeah. True. Okay, I'm off. I'm
Kuno
gonna
doesn't fucking care.
go check out his shack. Sorry. Let's see if there's some locusts in here. It's crawling with locusts in here. This little bit reads like a Monkey Island game to me.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows.
Yeah, Dan, she did do a lot of encouraging talking to cops to turn around and say, don't talk to cops without a lawyer.
Like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case.
The lieutenant looks around, writes something in his notebook, and turns to you.
Of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
So, yes, precisely what I was thinking. Or, stop being so sarcastic, Kim. I mean, I don't mind his sarcasm here, honestly. Yes, precisely what I was thinking.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
We should talk to Kuno about this. Get him to stop.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
Yeah, Kim is losing patience with all of this. Let's confront Kuno about the locusts.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Let's see. I know you took the locusts from the traps the cryptozoologist set up.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
He says, slowly meeting your gaze with sullen defiance.
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
So I was really hoping it would be the reed phasmid that ate the locust, not you, Kuno. Or you say you don't give a fuck about bugs, then you go and build a whole bug town. Or why steal locusts? Couldn't you find some other pets? Let's see. Why steal locusts? Couldn't you find some other pets?
They're not pets. Don't you know what locusts are? When they come out of the fucking sky. Fucking descendant shit.
Sounds like you've offended him.
Stop!
She wails from behind the fence, then covers her face with her hands.
You stop. It's like they're fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination.
Oh, man.
The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort.
City of Rage sounds like a cool place, or what are you, some kind of artist now? Or whatever, kids, I just wanted to ask. You know what? City of Rage sounds like a cool place.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're...
She moans.
An artist? Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
He pushes his chest out.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
Good catch. He's going to steal our wall. Then, you know what? I wasn't worried about that before, but I should have been. Hold on, did I hear you right? You said I, or nod. Making art is a worthy calling. I'm something of an artist myself. Or you should listen to your friend Kuno. Art's lame as hell. Here's how you're gonna get your paintbrush. Yeah, Drask, maybe. Hold on, did I hear you say you said I?
Kuno made Kuno. Kuno says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no rules here, pig.
He steps closer.
I fucking say I when I wanna, and Kuno when I wanna. Kuno's free. Kuno's free to fucking die, bitch.
This is what he sometimes does when things get tense.
Yeah, it does seem. Making art is a worthy calling. I'm something of an artist myself.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno.
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
He tears at the buttons of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They don't give away. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, Drask, if we make him lame enough, maybe Kuno-esque could be driven off. That's a good point.
Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
A leaden silence fills the yard. That depends on the choices you make, young girl. Or, me and Kuno have discussed this. I promised I won't do that. Or, say nothing. Suddenly this got shockingly real. The devs and writers here are making me somewhat cross with them by making me feel things other than rage and discomfort in Kuno's direction. I kind of want to let Kuno field this one. Yeah. Say nothing.
Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence.
Oh.
For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation.
Need you to stop taking locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait. I have to ask, what does the city of locusts mean? Or what's going to happen to the locusts? Nod towards the shack. Boom. I have to ask, what does the city of locusts mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck.
He turns his burning face up to the falling snow.
Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
He says, finally lowering his gaze to meet yours. You just stop taking the locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
He turns towards the fence.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno.
What's going to happen to the locusts? Nod toward the shack.
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Yeah, I figured that might be your answer. Okay, now that that's settled, I'd better be off.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
He asks before you leave. The Insulindian Phasmid. He mutters to himself.
He recognizes the name.
Hey, you know what the Insulindian Phasmid is?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
He says angrily.
There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction.
Huh. Well, that does seem like it might be an improvement on their situation. Let us go report this.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
I had a chat with this kid, Kuno. He promised to stop stealing the locusts.
So it was just a child.
He purses his lips, crestfallen.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
She turns to smile gently up at her husband.
Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid, or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
The aging cryptozoologist breaks into a hideous coughing fit.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
She looks at him with tender concern.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season, when it's warmer.
He breathes carefully, not to start coughing again.
There won't be a next season. Not for this. Find a phasmid or admit defeat, people.
Man, I'm really feeling this is costing me time on my main investigation, or it's not worth risking your health. You should call it a day and go home, or I'd offer to help, but I have my own things to do, or damn it, maybe I can still restock the trap for you, or we've come too far to quit. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this. Yeah, thank you for doing the math there, Dan. I knew it was high, but yeah, it's a little over 100-degree fever in Fahrenheit. Man, I'm really feeling this is costing me time on my main investigation. Probably be to Kim's taste here, so yeah, I'm really feeling this is costing me time on my main investigation.
Of course, sweetie. You've helped us so much already. Everyone would understand if you...
Damn it, maybe I can still restock the trap for you.
You can? Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
The lieutenant makes a show of suppressing a sigh.
Really? It's too much, officer.
He starts coughing again.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
She nods to her husband.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but...
Well, I hated that lengthy noise that played when he handed us a box of fresh locusts.
Wow. Co-discovery. You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center. This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. No question about that.
I'll get going. Oh boy. A cardboard box with several rows of little holes in the lid. Though at first glance the box is perfectly ordinary, upon closer inspection it's obvious that it has been prepared with great care. A box with locusts. Yeesh. Find the Insulindian phasmid. First, restock the trap you left empty before. The trick is to remember which one it was. I mean, I remember. It's the closest one, which is really convenient, in fact. I think that Kim is probably going to be pretty annoyed, but that's okay. We've annoyed Kim way worse than this before. I don't think that he has already justified us keeping civilians from getting pneumonia, right, then. And I don't think that the, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, carefully thought out attention to detail in this game is, like, the only thing that's making it, like, kind of have that special sauce. Like, you know, the very sort of, like, painted artwork and, you know, the voice work and all sorts of things are key ingredients here. But just thinking about time of day, weather, you know, order of events, and accounting for so many possibilities and details is one of the things I think really makes this a particularly strong example of the sort of RPG adventure craft. And I mean, like, there's a pretty decent little, like, you know, mystery with interesting stakes in a novel setting as well. I won't go, you know, won't pause here by this trap forever to pontificate, but, you know, I think that you know, attention to detail is one of the things that helps really, you know, kind of land this game's whole deal. All right, let's restock this trap.
The trap stands empty amongst the reeds, powdered with snow. No insect sounds or movement around. Only the reeds' melancholy rustling.
This was the one.
Fantastic.
Lieutenant looks at the familiar contraption and shrugs. Release the locusts into the empty trap.
The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He stops you. Yeah. They're going to be super cold.
He doesn't want to, but if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it.
Fair enough. All right. We've restocked the trap. And I mean, look, Kim, it's not like we were going to be doing a whole lot else this evening. You know, late as it is, and like our next thing is, you know, we got to get on the radio. We got to talk to the union guy, Evrar. You know, which means I have to be able to pass a savoir-faire check. And look, like, all told, Kim, we've probably only wasted, like, 3 to 4 hours on the cryptozoology stuff, like, being maximalist about it. Oh. Yeah, Morel went to lay down, I guess.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
The elderly woman smiles up at you, hopefully. I restocked the empty trap. Where's Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
She manages a smile for you.
Her smile is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
So who's going to check the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
So, you know, something tells me it's up to me again. We'll take care of it, take it on. Once more into the breach, then, take it on with undue optimism, or good luck with that, my bug-chasing days are done. Something tells me it's up to me again.
No, you don't have to do that. Enough of this fool's errand. Morel will do it. Or Gary. You have work to do. I've wasted enough of everyone's time.
She says, insisting now.
Be real. Gary is not going to help with this.
We might have to force Kim's hand here, but I can't leave Lena high and dry. She was so nice to me when I first woke up without any concept of what was going on. We'll take care of it. Take it on.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
Okay, yes. Lena, what's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
The half moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks up at you. You've given up on the Phasmin, or you're not telling me the whole story, I think is a better place to go with that.
I'm not. It's not that.
She doesn't know how to end the sentence. What is it?
It's, a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
She looks down, biting her lower lip.
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
Thank you, authority.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream? Seeing the Insulindian Phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
So are you saying you made it up, or you seemed to really believe it happened? Doesn't that count for something? Or so you haven't seen it? I should arrest you for lying. One or two. Let's go two here, I think. You seem to really believe it happened. Doesn't that count for something?
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the Phasmid's existence, that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That. And for years, his belief made me believe too. But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything.
Oh boy. Alright. I am going to get to this in just a moment. I'm very briefly going to mute myself. I'm not even going to go to the Be Right Back screen, but I do have to move the barricades that I put up in front of the windows so that the door can be used. So give me just one moment while I run over there and back to peruse the screen if you wish. So, be right back. Okay, I am back, but I will probably start wrapping up here because I am probably going to have a fair bit of noise in the background relatively shortly, so we'll see here. And tell her to find a new love without fashy friends. We can set up a lovely May-December romance with the lady recording ice sounds. You know, I've certainly heard worse suggestions. This is so... The fact that this is a suggestion check here, because we would be kind of a shoo-in for this one if we weren't penalized on it at the moment. We got -2 suggestion, the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, and 1 from our items, which of course we can't change in the middle of a conversation. We do have the 1 skill point that we could use to bump it up, but we really don't need to. It's already so high for the most part. It's just in this moment here we've nerfed ourselves so that it's only even instead of like kind of a shoe-in. The thing is that I'm trying to imagine more how this could go wrong than how it could go right. But I am always loath to pass up red checks. It doesn't necessarily seem like she's concerned so much about the relationship. I may just bypass this red check. Yeah, I think I may just bypass it. It goes against my game instincts, but, you know, if I'm trying to just think of this as a conversation. So let's see. To hell with this. I still believe you saw the phasmid. Thing is, you're not sure you made it up either. Okay, it's a false memory. Doesn't mean all cryptids aren't real. Chase another one. Or you're right about all of it, and I need to get back to my work. 3 or 4, I think. Yeah, Den, more subtle, more better. Let's go with 3. Yeah. Thing is, you're not sure you made it up either.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart.
She looks out the window.
Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day, like a benevolent god.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
We sure do not need help getting to Gary's. You do that, I'll check the traps one more time. Be careful out there, Lena. It's been a pleasure, ma'am. Or the rest of it is pretty grim. Thanks for bringing some light. Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
She taps her chair. Let's see. 4, I think. It's been a pleasure, ma'am.
Likewise, sweetie. Thank you for everything. Truly. Even though it turned out to be a...
She flicks a switch on her chair and the engine turns on with a whir. The sentence remains unfinished.
A waste of time. A dream. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold, coastal wind blows.
We should go too.
Thank you for that punctuation on the conversation, Kim. All right. Find the Insulindian phasmid. All done. Okay. It hasn't been quite as much actual playtime as I would often like because of the breaks and such. But, I was hoping to get to 3 hours of stream, and I just got there. So I think given the, noisy, sort of background elements I'm going to have soon, I should probably go ahead and call it here. But I am looking forward to, sort of wrapping up this day and, getting back to it some. hopefully soon. Work is going to pick up again before too long, so I probably will be pretty irregular, but I'm going to really, really try to keep up, if not routine, then, streams, period, as we get into next month. That's going to be my goal, at least. And yeah, I'll tell the dog that everybody said hi. In the meantime, thanks so much if you were here watching. Thanks so much if you're watching in the VODs. And I'll see everybody next time. Till then, live taking better care of yourself than Harry does.